finding a way to get everybody, 5 people, at the same time to have a whole evening together, it can be a challenge.
I wondered whether I would be able to make our family worship interesting and beneficial. I was not very confident.
Naging hamon din sa akin yung...
A challenge for me is my own attitude toward family worship. I would hang out with my friends from the congregation.
Children like it when you are interested in them, spend time with them, but you don't always have the time and energy needed.
I had to provide financially for the family. I was always tired and worn out. So it was very hard to have family worship regularly.
Kenzie, of course, has special needs, and she has her challenges, and there's times when it just doesn't work.
Sometimes my dad would make us attend family worship when I actually want to go to bed. It is quite annoying.
That's an honest reply.
We have 3 different age groups. We have a teenager, we have a preteen, and we have a son who's very active, hyper.
My husband, not being a worshiper of Jehovah, might have different plans for the family.
When family worship arrangement was introduced, it became part of our service at Jehovah. We never miss a congregation meeting, so why should we miss the family worship?
Whether I'm tired or not, the consistency of having family worship is very important.
It really requires discipline, because sometimes there's things that we want to do and we just know, well, family study is what's most important, so we have to give that up.
My friends and the brothers in the congregation often call me to exercise or play sports. Since Family Worship Day doesn't change each week, it becomes easier to turn them down.
I've said to the girls, let's try to push each other, let's try to encourage each other, because it's not easy. I feel it has to start with me making that time and effort to leave work on time in order to be able to honor our family worship.
I became confident that this can really be successful.
I think the most important is the love we have for Jehovah. That keeps us going. I think that's our motivation.
We are determined to teach her as much as we possibly can and that she'll possibly understand, so that the truth will mean everything to her too.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We're a family, and things pop up. Something can come up unexpectedly. So when we need to cover all the angles.
We make it relaxing. The children look forward to getting cake or fruit or something else, so that it doesn't get strict and rigid.
We have to know when to be flexible.
When you have children, we feel that you have to make small, short sessions so that they can concentrate on the subject being discussed.
As they got older, we had to change the methods.
At times we invite brothers in our congregation.
We might get the kids to organise some questions so they can interview the brother or sister that's coming over, especially if they're new in the congregation.
So sometimes family worship might be about issues that our family is facing. Sometimes it might be about things in the ministry that we want to try and accomplish. Sometimes it might be about games. So we've stretched out all over the floor and done all sorts of wonderful things for family worship because it keeps people engaged.
It's all about asking the family, what do they like to talk about? If a family's involved, it is a family worship. Rather than dad or myself setting out the agenda for family worship, well then it'll be a dad's family worship, not the whole family. But if we get the feedback from the whole family, from everyone gets to put in ideas, then we just plan that accordingly.
The reality of what we need now for relevance is we need to make sure that they're grounded in their faith and belief.
At every family study, we always try to focus on the kids' spiritual goals.
Once a kid at school came and asked me if I could play for the football team.
And I thought it was a good idea, so I went to Dad and asked him. And then he said, oh, why don't we try something called role reversals? I would play the dad, he would play the son.
In my case, the biggest pressure I have to face is dating in school, and family worship helps me a lot.
Instead of allowing my problems and negative emotions to fester within me, I share these feelings with my family during family worship. Mom was very understanding, and she made an effort to come up with themes during family worship to address those issues.
We decided to make a scroll out of the book of Isaiah. It really helps me to realize that Jehovah's organization makes it easier for us to find the scriptures that we're looking for and not to make it so complicated like in Jesus' days.
But for me, the best thing is to have an opportunity to express myself.
It's good sometimes to break it up a bit so it's not always like Dad talking.
When I see how happy all the family members are after our family worship, I would silently thank Jehovah for helping me fulfill my responsibility as the head of the household.
Our children have learned to be more outgoing and participate more in the meetings.
It was Jehovah's way of telling me, you are not alone. You have these precious children with you. It's just that I wasn't paying enough attention to them.
Open with prayer, and then right after that, it's just amazing. It's really fun. So getting there is the hard part, but once we get into it, that's when it starts. That's when it starts having fun.
The family worship has been protecting my family, and it has been preparing my family for the difficulties we face.
We actually are more open with each other now than we ever were before, and we can discuss just about anything and everything, which is actually good.
Family worship made me realize how happy I am to have Jehovah as my God, and that I have many reasons to be happy.
It feels like I can just let go of what was making me sad, what was, making me a bit angry, and I can just be like, it's fine because I know everything will be okay, and Jehovah's blessed our evening.
As for me, I learned about the truth through family worship.
I think it encourages me to keep being a witness and not turn aside from the truth. It also helps me understand what the meetings are about, so I can pay attention, and it helps me get a comment.
Through his prayers, we are able to see that Dad's relationship with Jehovah is really close, and this encourages me to also enjoy a close relationship with Jehovah.
So family worship has taught me to preach boldly about the truth, even at school.
I was able to cut down association with worldly friends thanks to family worship. I think for me it must be each other's company. That's a highlight of family worship for me.
Now, can you imagine if Daddy said, you know what? On Mondays, we're not going to do our family worship anymore. How would you feel about that?
Sad.
Why would you feel sad about that?
Because I want to do it.
But tell me why you want to do it.
So I can color the picture and find the missing pictures and read the Bible.
Right. What do you think? You think Jehovah's happy when you do things like that?
Family worship is just so important.
Caught up in circles, I don't know which way to turn. My heart moves and my head full. Too late, I've fallen in love. To do what's right is a constant fight. Don't wanna let my heart decide. I want God's word to be my guide. desperate heart inside of me makes wrong feel right and a right feel wrong, but Jehovah makes me strong. He says, know that I love you. I don't want to lose you. Trust in me in all you do. I'll be here to help you.
But are you making the right sacrifices?
Our life is shaped by the choice we make. We have to